Balis.
Okay.
Ready? My name is Ray Balis. I am a contract negotiator with the Association of Professional Flight Attendants, representing the thousands of flight attendants at American Airlines.
And it's ironic that I should meet you here today at Netroots Nation, because I have blogged on Pam's House Blend about my most recent experiences with American that have been quite distressing. I had 2 flights canceled within a week, both with very poor customer communication about why the flight was canceled, an inability for me to be rebooked the same day. In fact, I was booked 24 hours after my conference was over, it's really become a problem. And I know that there's so many issues with the airlines, but I think customers have no idea what's behind what's going on. Could you give us a little thumbnail sketch of why these things are happening, how it's affecting the work that you're doing?
Well, actually, the union also has a website called PAX for PAX, PAX meaning peace, and PAX is the airline term for passenger. And we do share your pain, and we're looking for peace for passengers there. When you look at something like a creeping delay like that, your flight attendants are probably in the same boat you are, along with your cockpit crew members. All of them suffering, waiting for a decision from on high. And you're right, it's just poor airline communication, and I'm sorry that happened to you, but it does seem to happen more and more. Your flight attendants, your flight crew, we don't get paid either. You know, you get inconvenienced, we don't get paid, so we'd like to make it a lot better.
That's shocking.
And PAX for PAX is actually our other site, Peace for Passengers, and we're trying to do a little bit of consciousness raising there. I wish I could, I guess since I'm wearing a blue suit, like always, I can apologize for American Airlines there. We do try to do our best, and we just hope that you keep coming back to us and fly us.
Oh, I was telling I would never fly American again, but coming here I got canceled by US Air, so I know that this is an industry problem.
Well, and we really are trying over there. What we're trying here is to make sure that management is doing the right thing, and as far as labor standpoint, they're not. But as far as a passenger standpoint, I miss the old days. We used to have everything we could give you, just like this little travel pillow I'm trying to give you. They've taken all the pillows off. It's called unbundling.
Oh, is that what it is?
Unbundling. United, American, everybody is doing it. And what it means is that you buy your ticket and we're charging you for everything else.
Yes,
it really
that's right.
does.
Everything's a la carte now. Everything.
If you look, they're getting ready to increase the baggage charge for the extra baggage piece.
Oh, from what to what? I paid
it's
$20.
Another $5.
Oh.
But I'll tell you, if they could just take part of that money, it would actually give the flight attendants at American a contract. That's how close we are.
Wow.
Because we're doing so many cost savings for the company.
Well, you know, I sat next to a flight attendant on a long flight, and we talked a lot of shop about what she does and how many expenses that you, as a flight attendant, would have to do. You have to pay for all your uniforms. You have to bring your own bagged lunch.
Our non-matching uniforms.
But I mean, does she have to take a bagged lunch to eat while everybody else?
We don't have food. Even on the way to Europe.
No food?
The only place a flight attendant ever gets fed is on the way to something ultra long range, like the 16.5-hour Delhi trip, or a 14-hour trip to Narita, or a 15-hour trip to Shanghai. There is no food for flight attendants.
Is that...
It was one of the concessions from 2003. We took concessions in 2003, basically 33% pay and benefit cost, and management then turned around and used that money from all work groups, the pilots, the ground, us. They got bonuses, all we got was cuts.
See, that's terrible, because, you know, having that long discussion, they're long hours, you know, you get stranded places you don't want to be. You get, flight crews get pulled at any time to have to serve, and there's no bonus for doing any of that, no.
We are the only group, pilots and flight attendants, that share your pain.
Good
because
Lord.
We're right there with you. We're there when the plane lands and you're on the tarmac for 3 hours, and now that there's no food, you know, it's
all out of your pocket.
Well, no, sometimes you're trapped. It's almost like being held hostage.
Oh, goodness. I mean, it is distressing. So just give a description of some of the kinds of reasons the flights are canceled, because that's a mystery to a lot of people when they get stranded.
Well, a lot of time it could be flow control. Weather on the East Coast, it might be perfectly beautiful, but I think all of us in this cell phone age have called home and said, what's the weather like? Excuse me, they're telling me this is a weather delay and you're saying it's clear. It's still a mystery to us too. And I swear, God is my witness, even the pilots sometimes will say, I have no earthly idea why we're being held here.
Okay, is it possible that they're saying flight the delay is caused by weather, because if it's canceled, then the airlines don't owe anybody any money, or?
Well, weather delays are the one thing that we don't, but weather delays are usually provable. Sometimes you just wonder. Airlines are not supposed to cancel for load factor.
Right.
If the plane's lightly booked.
Explain what load factor is.
Load factor means that all of a sudden, say you're running 2 flights to the same destination. One of them's booked with 50 people in the morning, and then one 3 hours later is booked with 50 people. The plane holds 100. Well, if you combine the flights, save a little bit of money, but airlines don't do that are scheduled. We're not supposed to. And, but, occasionally, passengers wonder, what happened here? And
but, yeah.
I'll tell you something. Flight attendants and pilots wonder the same thing. What happened here?
Right. There's one incident that occurred with me that I couldn't understand. I was coming from Newark to North Carolina, RDU, and I flew on a plane, on American, that had only 2 passengers on it and actually took off and landed.
And that's a scheduled airline. That's why I said we do not. I mean, I can remember when I first started flying the 4th of July, almost 30 or 40 people on the plane. Pilot was able in those days. We went and hit every firework display between Washington, D.C. and Chicago. And we had a great time, but then it was kind of fun to fly back then. It was before 9/11.
But you could fly a plane back. I think I asked them why they flew a plane with 2 people on it, and they said the plane had to get to Raleigh-Durham to originate a flight the next day.
Which is why we usually don't. Inconveniences. It's a ripple effect. Mm-hmm. We want our planes in the morning to take off on time because it affects delays throughout the day.
So it's smarter to take an early flight all the time than take a late flight?
It's always smarter to take an early flight.
Don't take
because
the
God
afternoon.
knows what's going to happen with thunderstorms in the afternoon.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, and I really do hope. Tell people again about the negotiations and what the flight attendants need.
Bottom line is, in 2003, all of labor, including American Airlines flight attendants, took a pay cut. All that we've seen in the last 6 years is paid bonuses taken by our executives, and we're very close to restoring that contract, and we're trying to do a little tipping point and ask everybody to picket virtually with us. Our people are flying such overtime, we're not even asking our flight attendants to picket really. We're doing it in the virtual world. So if they would just join us on a virtual picket, sign up, takes 2 minutes, it would show management that it really is time to have justice back in the airline industry.
And that's www.apfavirtualpicket.com.
That is correct.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Bye.